Okay, we got the 3-ton-ish jacks that you should probably be considering, all right? If you're an entry-level DIYer, we got the Hyper Tough 3-ton. If you're an off-roader, we've got the Badlands 3-ton. If you're in a bay or working in your own shop or something, we got the 3-ton low-profile, long-reach Daytona. And if you're a pro and you really need something you can rely on each and every day, we got the Carlisle 3.5. And I gotta tell you, I've given Carlisle, if you've been around the chain, you know I've been giving them grief for the costs and everything, but I think this is like $350. We'll talk about it at the end. It's not a bad jack for the money. It really isn't. Let's take a look at them. All right, we're gonna measure first stat, which is how low they are. Go ahead and check out the first one there. Let's see what the lowest measure is on these.
I think 5.
5, okay.
There.
6-ish?
Yep.
Right at 6.
About 3.
About 3. And then on the Carlisle, I'm guessing it's at 5 as well. Just eyeballing it.
4.5.
4.5. Close enough. All right. Now let's jack them all up and see how high they go. That's it. Okay, now do the Badlands. And this is the Badlands without the extension, I should point out. Okay. Now the Daytona. Now the Daytona has a trick. Before you do it, Griff, step on the green pedal at the back. Got to lock it in place, yep. Keep stepping. Look at that. So that can be used to get it up to car height, but once it engages, you're going to need to use the lever. That's it. All right, let's go ahead and measure them.
19. 21.5. About 24.5.
24.5.
21 basically.
21. So it was the Hyper Tough, then the Carlisle, then the Badland, and then the Daytona, right?
Yep.
All right. Now let's measure the size of each saddle.
All right. 4.5.
4.5.
Here. 5.5.
Okay.
Right on the 4.
That one's squarish, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
Okay, let's go ahead and release the Carlisle. Nope,
yeah.
that one.
Yep, that is.
Okay, go ahead and release the Daytona. Go ahead and release the Badland. And release the Hyper Tough. Well, the Hyper Tough comes down quick compared to all the rest of them. All right, the handle on the Hyper Tough is significantly shorter. The handle on the Badlands is, now they're all of them are 2-piece handles. The Badlands is got good knurling and probably longer knurling than the other ones, or at least the same as with the Carlisle. Grab them. Which one do you think has the best grip? Now this can be totally subjective.
I'm gonna go Daytona.
Okay, now check with the Carlisle.
Daytona.
Daytona? Okay. What about with the Hyper Tough with its nice plastic handle? Come on, grab it. What do you think? Give it a fair shake.
Daytona.
Daytona, all right. What about jacking them up? Which one felt the best?
Which one felt the best? I mean,
I guess you didn't really do it with the Daytona.
With the lever, the Daytona feels the best because it's the quickest.
Now jack it up with the lever. Tell me what you think. Would you rather use that or the Carlisle? Now he's used the Badlands and the Daytona a lot. Have you ever used the Hyper Tough, or was that?
That was Duncan.
That was Duncan. Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Daytona. The Carlisle feels, it's really close, but this one just feels better in my opinion.
All right. Okay, get it under there. Look, release it. There you go. The rocks help. We should have swept first.
It's so hard.
It's what?
The rocks are so helpful.
Okay, lean it all the way back. Lean that all the way down. Now push from there. See, it gives you a better leverage point.
Kind of weird that's not differential. It'd be circular though.
Okay. And let's let it down.
Slowly.
Yep. Okay, bring it out.
Make sure it's down.
All right. Now, if you had to jack with any of the jacks that we have, which one would you choose to use?
Carlisle.
The Carlisle?
Yeah.
Over the Daytona?
Yep.
Over the Badlands?
Yep.
Why?
The bigger surface area, make sure I get all of it.
The nice big saddle on it?
Big saddle. Make sure I get everything I need to get on there. Make sure it doesn't fall off.
Yep. It's hard to say no to that one. All right, so what's the best jack out of them all? Well, the reality is it's never a clean cut kind of thing. We're honest here. I'm not trying to sell you on this is the best one. You have to buy it. The reality is they're all different tools for different jobs, okay? The Hyper Tough, let's start there. The Hyper Tough, it's the DIYer's little, floor jack. I don't mean little, it is little, but it's smaller. How about that? But it's also a smaller price, $98.97. This is your entry-level home DIYer, just wrenching in the driveway. Just got to get a small car, small truck. I mean, honestly, it'll do it's a 3-ton jack. I have videos on the channel. I know a lot of you are like, why didn't you show the other ones lifting? I've already done videos on all those. You can go look at those. So we've already shown all those other jacks doing their job, and they do it just fine. And any jack rated for, it's probably going to do just fine. And we've shown it with this same vehicle. It doesn't, all right? But that said, is it fun and exciting to use? Not so much. It's small, it's wiggly. I don't like using it. What's going to end up with this jack for me? And for full disclosure, Hyper Tough, the Harbor Freight Badlands, and the Carlisle were all given to me. I purchased the low profile long range myself. This jack is going to a new home. I'm giving it to a buddy of mine who works on older Subarus. He's a storm chaser and he's a cool dude, all right? He lives in his shop. He is in every Western movie as a background actor in every single Western movie that gets filmed anywhere near us in Montana, and that's quite a few. So you've probably seen him. He does all sorts of, he's a storm chaser, does all sorts of photography. Anyway, so he drives these Subarus and he buys old ones and rips them apart and keeps, his good one running. And his last jack just died. So he's getting this jack with the matching jack stands because that's perfect for the guy wrenching, at his little, shop, working on Subarus. Perfect jack for that. Now the next one is not the Badlands, the Daytona. Daytona long reach, low profile. This is the one I bought myself. It's a great all-around jack. I know pros who use this jack daily. I know tons of amateur serious guys. You go to SEMA. I've been to SEMA. You go behind, they may talk about all sorts of stuff up front. You go to the back, it's all Daytona jacks, all right? So that said, great jack. Am I keeping it? I mean, I just did the whole refresh on it. Got a whole video about how to fix it up and everything. And we just finished fixing it up. And no, I actually just gave this to a buddy of mine who actually has a pro shop and could use an extra jack. He was eyeing the Carlisle and I told him hands off. All right. So this one's going to a new home. It's coming in at $270. The price on these keeps creeping up. They're fantastic jacks. But again, $270 on this. All right. The next one, the Badlands jack. I love this jack. Absolutely. I got another friend who does off-road racing who just get your hands off of it. He's always eyeballing. He's like, if you ever want to get rid of it, yes, Jake, I know. Anyway, I tease him. He's a great guy, but he needs to go get one. He needs to just break down and just get one, because for off-road use, this is the play. 380 when it goes on sale. Remember, you never buy at Harbor Freight unless it's on sale, right? So, but this is the jack, just all day long. They even have a 1.5 mini version of this to put in your side-by-side and stuff like that. Great jacks. This one is going to my other shop. My other shop, the door is too low to get my big trucks in, so we have to wrench on stuff outside. Outside is dirt, so off-road jack in an off-road setting. That's where he's going to live. Now the Carlisle. So the Carlisle, this is, I even like the color. Yep, and I left it up to Griff, and I'm like, Griff, he's my assistant. He's the one that hauls them around. Which one do you want to use? He's like, Carlisle all day long. He's like, it's smooth. It's nice and wide. It has that huge lifting pad on it. He's like, if I have to do this every day and I don't have to worry about it, that's the one I'm using. I don't blame him. And I've had a bunch of pros come over and look at it, and they're all like, that's a great looking jack. But they're like, and they've all heard me talking about Carlisle, like, $500 ratchets and blah, blah, blah. Just ridiculous snap-on pricing on stuff. They're like, how much is that? Turns out the price is $324. Not cheap. It's less than the Badlands, more than the Daytona, but it's the jack we're keeping. Now, granted, I didn't pay for it, but I did pay for the Daytona, and I gave that away to keep this, all right? I would, honestly, and if you have the money, and I'm not a pro, but I just like the security of that giant pad and being able to lift things. It's smooth, it's reliable, it's really well made. I even like the color. It's a great jack. I humbly, I'm not gonna say I apologize to Carlisle, because they earned all the grief I've given them. They really have. But this is a standout exception to the rule. It's not that much more than a Harbor Freight jack, and I can go to the Napa, which is a stone's throw that way, rather than going half an hour and having to go through Bozeman to go to the Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight opened a store in Livingston. What do I got to do? Anyway, I recommend it. I think it's a great jack. If you are pro or prosumer or a serious home wrencher, you saw what it did. All right, you saw the specs, how high, how low. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't matter how good it is or how cheap it is, then it's not the right tool for you. It has to fit the job, right? Anyway, Carlisle, this time, you did a good job. All right, thumbs up. You earned it. Can we talk about the price on the wrenches and all the other hand tools? Because put the pipe down. Get some help, 12-step program, okay? Okay, from friend to a friend. All right. Anyway, if you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.